Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what I'm thankful for? I mean, for real, I'm thankful for this channel. I mean, what the heck? I get to make videos for the internet and you guys actually watch them? Truly living the dream. Also, I'm thankful for my wife, my family, my friends, my dog, my sanity, my little imaginary friend, Ethan Daniels.
Hey, Kevin, did you call me? I'm Ethan
What the-
Daniels.
Welcome to the show. So it turns out the very second video that I ever reviewed on this channel was McGee and Me, The Not So Great Escape. Or should I say, The Not So Great Lesson for Kids. Am I right? Nah, I'm just kidding, it was fine. In fact, in retrospect, I don't think that first McGee and Me that I reviewed was all that bad. I mean, just given what I've gone through over the last few years, fact is, I basically grew up on McGee and Me. Well, more specifically, 2 or 3 VHS tapes of McGee and Me that I watched over and over and over. It's true, you can ask my mom. Probably can't, because I'm not giving you my mom's phone number. Why would I do that? But it wasn't until I was older that I found out that they had done a McGee and Me reboot called The New Adventures of McGee and Me. That's right, kids, if you like seeing an 11-year-old talk to his imaginary cartoon friend and learn about applicable life lessons through experience and the Bible, then you'll love seeing the exact same thing, but now he's 15. So, since I never before saw The New Adventures of McGee and Me, I figured now would be the perfect time. Not only because I happen to have a show where I review old Christian media and sometimes new Christian media, and also not only because I happen to have done a lot of reboots in the past and all of those reboots were pristine, but also because this happens to be a Thanksgiving episode. So, is there some sort of life lesson that I didn't get when I was 6 that I would have got had I known The New Adventures of McGee and Me existed? Perhaps so, but let's find out together. Grab your butterball and get ready for my review of McGee and Me, Beauty in the Least. And yes, it's true, every single episode of McGee and Me is some sort of pun. So the show kicks off with our old friend Nicholas, who, as you can see, has grown up quite a bit, though this hasn't stopped him from not upgrading from a colored pencil. I honestly don't know anything about art, or if colored pencils are something that you would upgrade from. It just seemed like a good place to put a snarky joke, right? Maybe I'm just mad because they didn't show the whole opening with the Rube Goldberg machine. Like, that was the best part of the original. What I'm really impressed with is the fact that, like most of the reboots that we've looked at in the past, this one has managed to flawlessly upgrade that theme song, giving it that sleek, timeless 90s feel that'll never grow old. He's still amazed by his drawings coming to life. Whoa, I can't believe this is happening again. I mean, I don't know how quickly you get used to your own drawings coming to life, but that seems like something that you might get used to. But of course, the music isn't the only thing that's been updated about this intro. I mean, check this out. Whoa! Yeah, we got the 3D and the computers in this one. Focus on the family. I mean, I gotta give it to you. What is this, out of space or something? Am I in the future? Am I watching Tron Legacy here? Okay, let's calm down. I'm going a little overboard on the jokes. We got a Bible lesson to learn here. So we start off with voiceover from Nicholas's crazy, violent, obnoxious, imaginary cartoon friend known as McGee.
Fall in Eastfield. The leaves are changing colors. The smell of football is in the air. And all Nick can think about is his history test tomorrow.
So Nick is trying to focus on studying for his history test, but McGee, well, he just can't stop being so funny.
I know you're excited about visiting Lewis in Indianapolis this weekend to watch the Colts play Buffalo.
And other stories set up.
How about one last pass? You know, the kid be in practice.
Oh, here we go.
McGee's going long. Martin's gonna throw the bomb.
Wonk, wonk, wonk. But Nicholas and McGee's crazy hijinks are interrupted by a bump in the night. Ba-dun, ba-dun. Like Zoink Scoob! Hey, guys, I didn't think this was supposed to be the Halloween episode. So Nicholas runs upstairs and gets his dad because somebody's trying to break into the house or something. Maybe there's a monster. Who can know? So this goes on way too long, especially for something that we already know isn't going to be anything bad, right? I mean, spoiler alert, it's nothing bad.
Whoever it was is gone now.
Come on, hurry up.
But never fear, the men are here.
Ah, classic joke. What's the number for 911? Cause it is 911. So, it turns out, as I know you didn't expect, it's not a monster, it's this guy. Ah!
Michael and Illy from Romania?
Illy.
My other imaginary friend.
No, it actually turns out to be Nicholas's pen pal and his father, who happened to be in town from Romania.
Well, I guess we should let them in.
Dad! I can't meet anyone looking like this!
Women.
Illy, is it really you? You're so...
Poor.
And you are so big.
Way too old to be talking to an imaginary friend.
Wanda Martin. Oh. Grandma.
Very happy to meet you.
But, where is Jamie and Sarah?
I plan to take both of them as my brides.
I was just looking in on Jamie. She's got a bad case of the measles. And Mom's got Jamie quarantined up in her room.
And it has nothing to do with budget cuts on this episode.
Nick wasn't expecting Ely till Lent.
But of course, my goodness, we are an inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Wait! They're not intruding, are they, Mom?
No, of course not.
Why don't you follow me upstairs? Sarah, you can sleep with Grandma tonight. Nick.
You can sleep in McGee's notebook.
Любиште вишину атой. Тут любиште вишину.
Is the boat on fire?
No, keep walking.
And as silly as this dad is, him and Illy are my favorite characters in this video. I mean, the actor who plays the dad puts his heart into this character 100%. He does everything he can with what he's got, and Illy's just as cute as can be. Great casting. Good job. Let's at this point that we get a glimpse into Nick's subconscious, also known as McGee, and how racist he actually is.
Did you hear that? Secret code. They look like Soviet agents to me. Oh, don't tell me you buy that whole collapse of the Soviet Union thing.
Silly McGee. All right, since Nicholas's little sister isn't in this episode, she's upstairs sick with the measles for some reason, and he's installed this intercom system.
I'm not so sure that making this intercom was such a great idea.
So that's a little joke that goes on throughout the episode. But then we find out that the intercom system isn't the only thing Nicholas is annoyed with, and that even though he's the one who offered to let Illy and his father stay at his house, he is now inexplicably annoyed with them as well.
I'm getting a strange feeling that burglars may have been easier to deal with than Ilya and his dad.
How?
You are so lucky to live in such a place.
You don't have a single rat in your bed.
This must be the model plane you wrote about.
Yeah, whatever happened to the model that you wrote about?
The Carpathia. I finished it, but I no longer have it. I need the wood for another project.
I had to build a sword since I'm trying out for the Three Musketeers. Notice the shirt.
What was it your dad said right before we came upstairs?
Oh yes, he said, "All hail Satan, your American God can't even save you now."
Matthew 22:39. You must love your neighbor as much as you love yourself.
Oh, he must have one of those special Bibles where Matthew was located where 1 Samuel usually is.
My tata knows the Bible very well.
Don't try to pull one over on him.
I can't believe we get to stay here a whole week.
A week? That's basically a lifetime. No, but seriously, get over yourself, Nick. I mean, you get to spend a week with two people who are from a completely different culture than you, and you're upset about it? This is an amazing opportunity. Why the heck were you even a pen pal in the first place with these people if you didn't want to learn about their culture? You would think that after 11 episodes of learning how you're supposed to be nice to other people, this wouldn't be a problem.
All night, Ilya went on and on about the great stuff in my room. By morning, I was exhausted from hearing that even my electric pencil sharpener was somehow amazing.
Nick, your electric pencil sharpener is amazing. Have you seen it? So the next morning, Nicholas's mom is trying to figure out the most culturally appropriated recipe possible.
One 15-pound pumpkin.
While meanwhile, Illy's dad selfishly tries to fix their doorbell.
Oh, that doorbell is driving me nuts.
Not to worry, I am almost finished.
I'm sorry, why didn't Nicholas fix this doorbell months ago? I know he has the ability. I've seen him build a contraption that informs his mother that he's sick whenever she tries to open up the door, whenever he snuck out and hung out with his friends. I think he could figure this out. I mean, at this point, This is just malicious neglect.
Michael, I know this has been on David's fix-it list for a while, and I thank you very much for repairing it and everything,
It's my pleasure. And maybe next time when guests come, they won't have to go to back door and scare family.
Ah, full circle. So Illy, eager to impress and show kindness to his American friends, offers gifts to them, but they go 100% unappreciated for absolutely no reason.
Well, it's very special.
Put it on. No. You're upside down.
You have to put it on standing on your head.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, so I see the Romanian wood fiend struck again. Look what I got. A pencil cup.
Holy crap, what are you so mad about, Nicholas? Calm down. Calm down.
Even when I sleep over at Lewis's house and stay in the other bunk, it's not this bad.
Why do any of us even try with Nicholas? He never learns his lesson. As one of your friends once said,
This hall's not big enough for us, and your head, too.
yeah. And if things couldn't get any worse for poor little Nicholas, his mom reminds him that because Illy and his father are in town, well, he's gonna miss out on that thing that we learned about at the beginning of the video.
You better call Lewis and let him know you can't go to the game.
Mom, this will be my first pro game.
You are Ilya's host. You can't just up and leave in the middle of a visit.
Anyway, let's get back to jokes about how dumb the Romanians are.
Whenever I turn on switch, instead of light, comes this terrible rumble from sink.
Cultural differences. I think we're due for another joke about the intercom, aren't we?
Someone at the door?
No, it's Jamie.
My goodness, that is amazing device. All our lives we hear of big American grocery store. You know, like on TV. You know, You Love Lucy.
So Ilya and him and Nicholas head out to the store.
Wow, they use food as a decoration.
And coming from a recently fallen communist country, they are amazed by everything around them, which, as you can imagine, really annoys Nicholas. I mean, right?
Good morning, sir. Have a very nice day.
What a couple of jerks. But on their way, boy, do they meet somebody special.
Well, hello. You here? Let me assist.
That's Crazy Jim. He's a bum.
A bum?
Yeah, in capitalist countries, we have so few people living in poverty, we actually have a name for them.
I prefer the term gentleman of reduced means. James Tillman III, at your service.
Is he British? Why is he British?
Sorry, Crazy. I mean, James, we were just leaving.
When escorting out-of-towners about, you would do wise to advise them to keep their hands to themselves. Dirt, you know.
You never know who might be a pirate in disguise. So while they're hanging out with Crazy Jim, well, Nick gets spotted by one of his friends.
Jordan, this is my friend Ilya Tănescu and his dad from Romania.
This is my new black friend. The old one didn't renew his contract, but we had to fill the quota.
Hi.
America is amazing.
I can't believe that kid, who's probably had one of the worst lives imaginable, embarrassed me in front of my friend.
First I find out I have to miss the Colts-Bills game, and now I'm on a first-name basis with Crazy Jim. You never know what to expect next with Ilya and his dad.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I heard Michael saluted the crossing guard at the elementary school today.
It's like this kid grew up under some sort of totalitarian communist regime or something. But later, at home, Illy's niceness is pushed to its breaking point.
I want you to meet someone. This is Julia. She has been bringing letters and packages to this house, but has never met the people inside.
It's nice to meet you.
She was just telling me about Thanksgiving. It's amazing.
You have big plans?
Well, not really. My roommate and I will probably cook up some bird in the microwave and watch reruns of the parade on TV.
Oh, how
quaint.
Nice.
Get this savage out of my house.
Thanksgiving is really more than just a big meal, Ely. It's
a time when Americans plot to take over the world.
It's a time of sharing our good fortune with others.
As long as they're not poor.
That sounds really nice.
But anyway.
Ilya, will you show Julia out?
Yes, I would.
I am highly disappointed in the Martin family right now. I mean, this episode is called Beauty in the Least. I say the least is the Martin family. You guys are terrible people.
Well, I'm starting to think that the Tănescus are probably aliens from another planet.
Well, of course you do.
McGee, of course, has another idea. He's sure they're leaders in an international spy ring.
Well, of course he does.
With my new spy tracking globule, I'll be able to keep tabs on the Tenescu's movements at all times.
Wait a minute, he wants to keep track of every movement of these foreigners? Hold on a second. What? Holy crap.
I've tried everything, but I'm stuck here babysitting Boris Badnob's son.
Oh, real nice. I like bar.
His idea of fun is hanging around street people, and he brought home our male girl today.
Yeah, and as a 15-year-old boy, having a cute blonde girl come into my house is just so lame.
Illy was okay as a pen pal, but he's just too much of a dweeb-o-matic to actually be in the same country with.
That's so mean! Illy is as sweet as can be. How can you say that? That's the type of thing that they say in a movie whenever the person they're referring to is about to overhear the... Wait. No. No, it can't be.
First place.
Oh no!
Nick, do you have Jamie's Walkman?
Yeah, Illy was using it over by the art table. It was, of course, amazing.
Spaz.
What's the matter with Ely anyway? I just passed him outside your door and he didn't say a word.
What?
Oh no.
Oh no. I made my family disappear.
So Nick, realizing what a jack he's been, runs down to fix the situation, but it's too late.
Have you seen Ilya?
Yeah, he and his dad just left.
What?
He and his dad just left.
They had their suitcase, so I guess that means I get my room back.
Oh, real nice. So Nick, never being one to quit, heads out to set things right.
McGee, this is never gonna work.
But oh no! Nick saying those terrible things about Illy is one thing, but forcing McGee to ride in his pocket like that? Now that's just sick. You're sick, Nick. Sick Nick. Snick?
And that's all.
Got him! They're just around the corner. Hurry!
Well, McGee seems to think that they're right around the corner, so Nick goes to check, but oh no, it's the mail lady.
Sorry about
It's
that.
okay.
Nothing could hurt me worse than that time your mom didn't invite me to Thanksgiving.
Have you seen Ilya?
No, I haven't seen him, but I'll keep my eye out for him, okay?
Oh, good luck.
Well, that was pointless.
Ooh, ow! Whoa! Ow! Guess my tracking globule needs reglobulating.
Wonk wonk. So Nick looks around for Illy and his dad, but to no avail. Things get so bad that a Rich Mullins song has to start.
Come, open your eyes.
Okay, I know, it's not really a Rich Mullins song. It just reminds me of him. It just seems like everything reminds me of him these days. Anyway, McGee and Me serves up his classic Nick is learning his lesson montage. And I can see why too. Honestly, this is a really powerful song. I mean, listen to the way it ends. Oh, yes! Nick finally gives up, but when he's in his room, he realizes something.
To Nick, my best American friend, Ilya. Carpathia.
Nikolai Carpathia? McGee was right! Illy's the Antichrist!
He made this out of his model ship.
Oh, that makes sense too.
Man, I really blew it.
Yeah. Now you know what the turkey feels like on Thanksgiving.
Now I'll probably never see Ilya again.
I know a guy who can find anybody. The name's Blonde. James Blonde.
James Blonde. Get it? No, seriously, outside of Illy and his dad, this is actually the best part of the video. It serves no point, but it's funny. I like the James Bond music.
Send a bill to Her Majesty's cleaning service.
Thanks for the thought, McGee, but there's one mystery I'm gonna have to solve on my own.
Hey, this is a problem I need to solve on my own.
The day of the big feast is here. So why do I feel like my stomach is full of cement?
Maybe it's all that cement I ate.
All Ilya and his dad wanted to do was to love their neighbors. You know, that's funny.
Not really.
Because these are my neighbors.
Which ones? So the next morning, Nicholas's mom comes in to make him feel a little better.
I fixed enough food for an army.
Not hungry, Mom.
Sometimes life starts moving so fast, we forget to love other people.
Sometimes we become a rich white Californian family and forget to reach out to the least of these.
I'm really sorry, Mom.
So am I, honey.
And that's enough to make everything better. Well, anyway, it's time for the family to get together and have their big feast. Obviously, you would think they would have learned their lesson by now, at this point in the video, by, I don't know, calling up that mail lady and inviting her to come over and eat with them, but, nope.
Nick, will you give thanks?
I don't think I have anything to be thankful for. My life is real crappy now that I feel bad about Illy. But as he gives thanks to God for all that God's done for him, and apologizes to God also, a Thanksgiving miracle happens.
Do we smell stuffing and gravy?
Fievel!
But I thought I...
And got rid of you guys.
Where were you guys? But didn't you get a note? Left it here in my pocket. Oh, my friends, please forgive me.
Yeah, you're the one who needs to apologize.
Ilya and I, we went to back alley mission to help feed people who do not have enough food.
Wow. Those people are way better than the Martins.
Tata, they're coming.
Who is coming?
We invited all the people that we met.
You invite people?
They haven't even learned their lesson?
But, Michael, we don't have enough food.
You were just saying there was too much food. I believe you said this.
I fixed enough food for an army.
Did I hear someone say food?
Okay, the homeless people can come over, but they have to bring their own food. Just in case this song didn't convince you the first time.
So then we see Nicholas bribes his way back into Illy's good graces.
I cannot accept this.
Please, I want you to have it.
No, seriously, I cannot take this on the plane.
Take it. I think your son has learned well our way of greeting.
Wait, what's going on here? Why is her hand on his arm?
Thank you for reminding us what Thanksgiving is really about.
Oh. You are welcome. Oh yeah, and then to end it, you know how the younger sister wasn't in the entire film? Well, get ready, because that joke is about to pay off. Wait for it. It's gonna be funny. Just a second.
I get sick for a few days, and look what happens. My family opens a restaurant. I gotta get well, fast.
And just as you're slapping your knees because of that joke, here comes another one.
I'm going in! Geronimo! It's like I always say, into every bowl of gravy, a little turkey must fall.
Well, McGee was completely pointless in this episode, so at least it's sticking to the tradition of the original. And the third time we've heard this song. Great. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. McGee and Me, Beauty in the Least. Now, we've had a lot of fun in this episode. We've made fun of a lot. Well, it wasn't a perfect episode. McGee was pretty pointless. Maybe that's the way he was before. I can't remember, but he definitely didn't serve a purpose here. You know, I really can't fault it for that, because there's so much other stuff to fault it for. Well, the message here is great, of course, which is love everyone, but I don't think it was executed very well, all the way to the point that I don't think that the main characters, the protagonists, even got the message. Part of that may be that they had the 30-minute time limit, and so they had only so much time that they could set it up, execute it, and end it. But I think it would have been a lot better if they focused more on why the Martins were acting the way they were. Maybe make Nicholas not want to go to a football game, but maybe something more like wanting to direct the Christmas pageant or something. I know it's not Christmas, but something where he's trying to do something that he believes is for God, and he's so distracted with that thing that he's doing for God that he doesn't realize that there's people right there in his home that he could be reaching out to and connecting with. I mean, I know that sounds a little bit like a cliched, overused story arc, but that's kind of the story arc that they're a little bit going for here, I think, but yet it's not very defined, like it's not honed in, it just leaves you feeling confused. We never really see a real change in any of the characters. Like, they start off and they're kind of mean, and then they end, and they're still kind of mean. Nicholas was a total jack to the kid, and so Nicholas feels bad. But he should feel bad. Instead of showing the family be reluctant to help out anybody till the very end, maybe it would have been better if they would have invited the people who ended up coming over. Or if they would have gone down to the mission and helped because they had a realization that they should be doing the right thing instead of just saying that they care. That would show a lot more tension between the characters, and it would show that maybe Nicholas isn't just a total jerk, and you would probably feel bad for him a little bit. It would be a much better story if you saw a motivation of them trying to do what's right, and then they had a realization of, oh, what's right is actually not what I'm doing, and then they end up doing what's right, and everybody's happy in the end. Anyway, much like the last McGee and Me that I reviewed, I didn't think this was all that bad. There were a few things where I was gonna kind of cinema sins it and say like, hey, they missed this, continuity error, and it turned out that that thing ended up explaining itself as it went. That's good writing. Obviously, somebody was paying attention when writing this in terms of story structure and character and continuity, but I think somewhere in all of that, the message kind of got lost. Not that I want it to be like this extremely blatant message, but you also want the audience to be able to connect with the character and see growth in their situations. I mean, this isn't neo-realism here. It just doesn't feel like there's a lot of substance here. And now that I'm an adult, I can kind of see why this show never got picked up by a network. Anyway, let me know what you're thankful for in the comments below. If you like what you see here, then you can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/saygoodnightkev. I started doing like a monthly live stream, get together, brainstorm session. So if you give any money to the Patreon, then you also get to be a part of a live stream that we do where we all talk. It's a lot of fun. You can hit me up there. Some people who have already done that are westminstereffects.com. They make custom guitar pedals. If you play the guitar, get yourself one. Really nice guy over there, Cody Fields. Good guy. He was my roommate in college. Also check out baileyprotestant.blogspot.com, who also sponsors the show. He's trying to build up his blog and get that out there. He talks about religious stuff and his thoughts on all kinds of cultural aspects and how it relates to faith. So if that interests you, go check it out. And also Brandon Neely. Thank you so much, everybody. Check out these people down here too, who also give to the Patreon. Just those are some of the rewards that people get at certain tiers, right? All right, so that's all I gotta say. I'm done. I'm out of here. This was my script. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna be doing Christmas stuff now, so I'm gonna go watch some Christian Christmas movies. Probably 2 episodes if I have the time, and if I don't, then get over yourself, all right? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm Kevin, holding Christian media up to the same standard as other media. Good night.
You love Lucy.